Thank you to Shirokoi for your support on Patreon.
Hello everyone, my name is Deckerlink the Trained Unprofessional and welcome back to Tennis Ace. I reached the door to my classroom, already panting and dripping with sweat. That's disgusting. I decided to leave the house an hour early so I could visit a store downtown and didn't expect the trains to have all stopped due to an accident about just 20 minutes later. In the end, I had to get a cab and then run halfway to the way here due to the traffic jam it creates. Damn it, I'm finally here. I slump onto my chair with no care as to how I look. All I want right now is to be able to sit somewhere and rest. God damn it, why does Saitama have to be so big?
Rutherford-san?
Huh? Oh, hey, I didn't see you there when I got in.
What happened? You're dripping in sweat, and why are you so late?
I had to deal with a traffic jam.
What? But you walked to school.
Unfortunately, I picked the worst day possible to run an errand before class.
Oh, that sounds really bad.
Honestly, it was just some stupidity on my part. It was the kind of thing that totally could have waited until later, but I decided to do it now and screwed up. By the way, where is everyone else? I noticed that the class is more or less deserted right now. I only see a few of my classmates hanging around at the time. Not even the teacher is here.
Yeah. Do you even know what time it is?
The time? I hadn't bothered to check the time on the way over here because I honestly didn't think it had taken me that long. Hesitatingly. The word there should be hesitantly. I reach into my bag and pick up my phone for I'm sure is to be the horrible realization. What? It's lunchtime already?
How did you even manage to get here without noticing all the people walking through the hallways?
I was in such a hurry I didn't even think about it.
It sounds like a pretty careless thing to do.
I don't want to be hearing this kind of thing from you of all people. There's barely any time for me to eat.
I'd suggest you get to it.
But I just ran to school. If I eat now, I'll get sick.
Oh, I have an idea.
June walks away from me without another word. He walks up to each of our classmates still in class, which at this moment is about 5 or so people, and quietly talks to them for a bit. They all smile and nod something at him. One even gives him a thumbs up. I have no idea what they're talking about, though, as even with me straining my ears, I still can't make out the words they're saying.
Okay, let's go.
Go where?
Just follow me and bring your bag.
Okay. June walks me to the roof with an incredibly self-satisfied smile on his face.
Ta-da!
I don't get it.
You like it up here on the roof, right? So I thought bringing you here would be a good idea.
June, as much as I appreciate the gesture, that doesn't solve the problem of that...
Way ahead of you. I talked to all our classmates and explained your circumstances. They all agreed to say nothing to the teacher. Then when you come back to the class, you can just tell the story again and you won't get an absence.
Huh? That's your great idea?
Yeah? Why? Isn't it pretty clever?
I expected nothing, and yet I'm still disappointed. We passed by a ton of people on the way here, remember? Do you really think that all of them are from other classes?
Ah!
He gasped dramatically at the realization. Jeez, realize these things sooner.
Oh no, the only flaw in an otherwise perfect plan.
I'm not even gonna bother coming up with a response to that. No, I guess this is fine.
It is?
I can try to hold on to the hope that no one from our class seeing me walk by noticed what happened.
I guess that's one way to look at it. Maybe they'll just stay quiet because they don't want you to get in trouble.
The people I talk to regularly probably would. I can't say the same for others, though.
You're the one who said to hold on to hope. Stop being so negative.
Right. My bad. By the way, it's not that I want to keep poking flaws in your otherwise perfect plan, but shouldn't you be in class at least?
Nope, I'm in the infirmary.
He said it with so much gusto and cheeriness that I almost don't want to ask the question that obviously comes to mind, but won't your disguise get found out when the teacher asks the school doctor if you were really there?
No, they don't bother checking anymore. I'm in there way too often for them to check each and every time.
Wait, what? You are?
Kinda. I mean, it's not that often. It's just that I have a weak constitution, so my parents want me to get checked up often.
I know I'm kinda dense at times, but this excuse is downright insulting to me. Especially with the stuff I've heard the past few days, there's just no way I can believe this. Is that really why? June looks away, not bothering to say anything. If all he does is avoid my gaze, then we can't even have a conversation at all. This isn't even the first time he's done this. He always tries to avoid answering my questions about his health or his past. It's reached a point where I'm finding it obvious. Maybe okay. We've gotten like 9,000 opportunities to press him for information, and each time we've always said, leave him be. I don't know if this is the time that we actually press him for information, or do we just leave him be? Press him for information. Oh, what the fuck is this? I'll just ignore it for now. All of this secret keeping is starting to annoy me. God damn it! Ignore again. They actually both texted me to tell me they wouldn't show up because they were busy. They also said they also texted you before class even started, but that you never even read it, so they decided to message me instead. Oh, crap.
Yeah. Once I found out why you were late, I kind of figured out why you never saw their messages.
The music is fucking up right now. Hang on a second, I should probably answer them and tell them why I didn't say anything sooner.
That's probably a good idea, yeah.
I type a quick message to the two of them explaining why I didn't answer sooner and send it so that they at least won't worry about me. I know they won't read it until after class, but I'd rather do it now so I won't forget later. Did they say anything about why they didn't show up? There's nothing on the message talking about it.
Yeah, they didn't tell me at first either, so I had to ask. They said their classes were working on their displays for the festival, so they wouldn't be able to.
Really? Because our class was doing no such thing.
Yeah, I'm actually a little worried because there hasn't been much work put into it all so far.
Yeah, I missed a part. God damn it. Come on, June, I know you're hiding something from me.
That's not true.
Come on, this isn't the first time. You're not exactly good at keeping secrets. You let a lot of minor comments slip in all the time. Anyone could piece together the fact that something's up. Do you think I'm stupid or something?
What? No, of course not.
Then what? Can't you just tell me what it is? You really think that my opinion of you is going to change if you do? It's not as if it hasn't already become obvious that you have some sort of medical issue. Come on, June, don't give me the silent treatment.
I don't want to talk about this, please.
I sigh, rubbing at the bridge of my nose and attempting to calm myself down. Even though I know there's something being hidden, I can't know how major it is or isn't. Not only that, I get the fact that everyone has things they don't want to speak off, but my curiosity is burning up, wanting to know what it is. Not only that, I do feel a little insulted that he feels he can't open up to me about it, but I also know that demanding he tell me isn't what a friend should do. If he's this uncomfortable with it, asking him further would just make things worse. And yet, it's hard to control myself when I want to know this badly. Alright, fine, I'll leave it be for now. You do realize that at this point, you've already all but confirmed that you are hiding something though, right? He merely smiles sadly, not even looking at me properly. Guess I really can't expect him to be forthcoming about it, huh? I should just change the subject and try to avoid upsetting him even more. Can I ask a question not related to the subject?
What is it?
I noticed that when I got to class, you were alone. Had Saya and Shuichi already left by the time I arrived?
Oh, that. They actually both texted me to tell me they wouldn't show up because they were busy. They said that they also texted you before class even started, but that you never read it, and so they decided to message me instead.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, once I found out why you were late, I kind of figured out why you never saw their messages.
Hang on a second. I should probably answer them and tell them why I didn't say anything sooner.
That's probably a good idea, yeah.
I type a quick message to the two of them explaining why I didn't answer sooner and send it so they at least won't worry about me. I know they won't read it until after class, but I'd rather do it now so I don't forget later. Did they say anything about why they didn't show up? There's nothing on the message about it. We already read this. They're doing stuff for the festival. Our class didn't do it.
Yeah, it's actually I'm actually a little worried because there hasn't been much work put into it at all so far.
And the festival's in less than 2 weeks.
I'm sure we'll be able to put things together in time.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, the previous 2 years we only had a handful of people who actively worked on organizing the festival. Most of them are in Class 3A this year, though.
I guess it makes sense. If they're in the advanced classes, then that means they're usually going to be more responsible. But that's not really an excuse. Mizuguchi-san's 3C is also working on it.
I guess that's true. But then again, Saya is one of the people that loves the school festival and always puts a lot of work into preparing it. And I'm sure she'd intimidate anyone who tried to skimp out on work. I'm sorry you had to eat all by yourself today.
It's alright. It was just a little boring, that's all. I did talk to some of our classmates for a bit, but they all eventually left to do other stuff. The ones who stayed behind were either already with friends or were people I didn't know at all.
I don't blame you. I have been with most of these people for 3 years and I don't know them all. You've only been here for a month and a half.
I guess so. It's still a little annoying.
What? Were you hoping to become one of those well-connected, super popular types?
Me? Popular? Pfft, as if.
Jeez, you're surprisingly nonchalant and you're self-deprecating.
I'm just being honest. We both know I'm not very good with people. Come to think of it, I don't even know why you guys stuck with me.
I suppose answering with, because you're cute, would just make him embarrassed, so I'll refrain from that. You're pretty fun to hang around with, and you actually try to take care of people when they're upset or depressed. Those aren't qualities to be overlooked. In fact, you're one of the gentlest guys I've ever met. Even if your hyper bouncy personality still ends up giving me a headache every now and then.
Really? I thought being nice and supportive was supposed to be common sense.
Common sense, sadly, isn't as common as you'd think.
That is pretty sad.
Hey, despite what you said, you've been able to make friends with some people outside of just our friend group. It's not like you're always bound to us.
I guess. Most of these people already have groups of their own, though, so I can't go to them when you guys aren't around.
What about Victor? I don't see him hanging around with the same people all the time.
Oh yeah, he's much more of a social butterfly than I am. He's pretty much on good terms with everyone. We talked for a bit, but he eventually left to have lunch with a friend from another year. Didn't say who.
I wouldn't have expected that. Usually people from different years don't mingle outside of after class hours.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's the one thing I miss about my old school. People used to walk around freely through campus and just talk to each other all they wanted.
It sounds pretty interesting. I wish I could do stuff like that at our school too. What was it like there?
Oh, not very pleasant to be honest.
Really? Why not?
I never really managed to adjust there. I studied at that school for 5 years, and I never really made any friends there. And since it was at another town, I was away from my family and old friends. I felt really lonely most of the time, and the only thing I had to cheer me up back there was the piano.
Really? You were there for 5 years and you never made any friends? I find that a little hard to believe. You fit in so easily over here.
I think you're not taking into account how big of an influence you were to that, Rutherford-san.
Me? What did I do?
You reached out to me. When I just came to this school, you introduced yourself to me, you talked to me, you introduced me to your friends. It was through you that I befriended all of the people in school. If you weren't here for me, I'd be just as lonely here as I was back there.
I'm caught by surprise, unable to think of any words to say in response. I feel like I should say something encouraging, but any words I think of just get caught in my throat, unable to come out.
Sorry, I kind of brought down the mood, huh?
What? No, don't be ridiculous. I'm not feeling down. I just wish there was something I could say or do to make you feel better.
You don't have to worry about that. You've already helped me so much. You have no idea how much I owe you, Rutherford-san. I don't know what your point of view on me is, but I'm being absolutely honest when I say you're the only reason I've managed to do so well here. You're the best thing that's happened to me since I transferred here. It makes me really happy to have come to this school when I think about it.
My cheeks start glowing hot when I hear him shower me with so much praise. Shower so much fucking praise onto me. I feel an urge to look away in embarrassment, but I still force myself to look him in the eye. June has such a wonderful face. I can't help but notice that when he's smiling so happily like this. I want to protect this smile of his. I don't know when I started thinking this way, but right now it's the only thing I can think of. June is caught by surprise when I place my hand on the top of his head, gently brushing his fur with my fingertips and petting his ears. It makes me really happy to hear that. I just hope you don't eventually find yourself so popular that you end up leaving me.
There's no way something like that would happen.
What, you're getting popular or are you leaving?
No, you're just making fun of me.
Sorry. It's just that you're so cute I couldn't resist.
I wish you wouldn't call me that. It makes me sound like I'm either a girl or really small.
Well...
Stop making fun of me!
Sorry. I swear I'll stop now.
Jeez.
Even though he's saying all these things, he makes no effort to move away from my hand as I continue to pet his head. In fact, I can even notice his tail swaying contently from side to side as I continue to fawn over him. I'm also really glad you transferred here.
Do you say something?
Nope, not at all. Oh, come on! Just say the words. Just kiss already, goddammit. I stroke his fur one last time and pull my hand back, having already had my fun with him. Something up?
No, it's nothing.
I pick up on what he's thinking about immediately. A devious smile creeps up on my face when I realize what it is. Now tell me, could it be that you wanted me to continue petting you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Geez, so quick to deny. Too bad you're so damn transparent. Oh, is that so? Too bad. I might have done it for a bit longer if that was the case.
The
look in his eyes is a mixture of both surprise and disappointment. It takes every ounce of self-control I have not to burst out laughing at the sight of it. I'm sorry, June. I know I said I'd stop teasing you, but it's just so damn fun. Crap, I better change subjects now. My sadistic side is starting to show. Now I think about it, we initially came up here so that I could have lunch, didn't we?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Would you mind if I got to it?
Not at all, please do.
Thank you, I'm starving. I never say this out loud to you, but even though you haven't been here for long, I really can't imagine my days without you in them anymore, June. Just say it. This is such a slow-burning story. Oh my god. In a surprising twist of fate, that is a Jeff Hardy move. I actually ended up having a pretty productive day in class despite earlier setbacks. By the time the final bell rang for the end of class today, I had managed to catch up on everything I missed earlier. Luckily enough, neither June nor I got into any trouble for ditching an entire period. Guess our class has my back after all. It's kinda nice to know. June is absent-mindedly packing his books into his bag, not really bothering to organize them whatsoever. Hey June, what are you planning on doing today?
Well, I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Not gonna practice?
I think I'm gonna take a break for today. I've been stressing out over the piano too much lately.
Not a bad idea at all. It's good to take a break so you don't burn out. How about we head somewhere together?
Like where?
I'm not sure. We could see if the others are free and go somewhere with all of us.
That still doesn't answer the where part, though.
We'll worry about that when we get to it.
And I'm the one who gets called an airhead.
Well, hey! You know, you can be surprisingly sharp-tongued at sometimes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, play cute all you want. I'm on to you.
Yeah, I'm free if you'd like to set something up. Though I'm not exactly sure if the others would be too. They might still be busy working on stuff for the festival.
It's after class. I'm sure they wouldn't have things to do then, right?
You say that, but we haven't actually hung out as a group in a while because our free time never matches up.
I guess that's true. We did find time to visit you together in the hospital, though.
Well, yeah, it's a hospital visit, not a group outing. It goes a little higher on people's priority list.
You're being surprisingly negative here all of a sudden.
I'm just telling you not to get your hopes up.
That coming from a person who tends to have unreasonable ideas about activities all the time. Yeah, no, I'm not taking you seriously here. Sorry, not sorry. Just then my phone rings inside my pocket. I reach inside to grab it, seeing that Shuichi has replied to my earlier message. Shuichi's asking if we're free right now.
I guess now that class is over, you could finally read your message, huh?
Yep, I'd never expect him or Saya to be playing with their phones during class. It's just not something they do.
How do they not get bored?
I'm pretty sure they do. They're just better at controlling themselves than we are.
Boo.
Why are you even booing? Hang on for a second, let's see. Yep, he's asking us if we want to hang out.
I've missed hanging out with everyone.
Oh, come on, it hasn't even been that long.
Maybe to you, because you're used to it. I haven't had friends to hang out with for years, so I look forward to it every time.
Point taken.
I wonder if anyone else is going to be coming along.
I'm not sure. Shuichi didn't say anything about that. We'll just have to meet him and see.
By the way, where are we meeting him?
At the gate. You all done packing your bag?
Yep.
Let's not keep him waiting then. We get to the gate and see that there's no one there yet.
Guess we're the first ones here.
Maybe Shuichi's still trying to call someone else?
Or he just had some things to deal with after class first.
No, he'd have told me if that was the case. He's not the kind of guy that leaves people waiting.
I guess you're right.
Just then we see Shuichi's figure running up to us and cutting through a group of other students. Oh my god, he's wearing glasses. Hey there, did I leave you guys waiting for too long?
No, we just got here too.
I'm glad to hear. Sorry I didn't show up for lunch today, June-kun. I hope Saya at least managed to keep you company.
She was busy too, so I was by myself today.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's not like you have to apologize for that. It's no big deal.
Maybe not to you, but I don't like canceling on people all of a sudden like that.
It's not like us having lunch together is some sort of appointment you've set up.
Point taken. Not to be an ass or interrupt a conversation, but Shuichi, when did you start wearing glasses? Oh, right, I forgot to take these off. Dad ordered these for me when he was in Taiwan. Apparently the family optometrist said I needed reading glasses because I was forcing my eyes too much.
I didn't even notice them until Rutherfordson pointed them out.
That's just because you don't pay attention. Stood out to me right away. I've never seen you in glasses before. Is that so? Didn't think I looked bad in them. Not saying that either, just that I'm not used to seeing you like that. Fair enough. They're pretty comfortable to wear though, so I forget to take them off sometimes.
Do you even have to take them off?
I mean, they're reading glasses. There's no point in wearing them when I'm not reading. Unless I'm making a fashion statement. Doesn't that also mean there's no reason not to wear them? Maybe. But at that point, I think we're just overthinking things. By the way, I also invited Sayachan and Urashihara. They shouldn't take much longer.
Any idea where you want us to go?
I was thinking of going to this place in town that makes Odin. I've been craving it for a while. Don't people usually eat that in winter? Sure, but that doesn't mean I can't have it for the rest of the year. Besides, the weather's a little chilly today, so I thought it'd be perfect. I guess that's true.
Is this place going to be particularly expensive?
Well, it's not the cheapest place around, but it's not really expensive either. The prices are pretty normal. I was already planning on treating you though, so you don't have to worry about that.
Of course I'm gonna worry about that. I don't want people to have paying for me all the time.
How about you let me handle it then?
I'm still not sure.
Think of it as repayment for bailing me out of class so I could actually eat.
If you're sure about it.
How come you agree to it so readily when it's Rutherford offering?
Sorry, it just doesn't feel that wrong if it's Rutherford-san.
What? No, it's nothing.
Shuichi-san, you made a really scary face just now.
Just forget it. Jeez, if there's something bothering you, then just say it. I already said it's nothing. Oh, there we go. Just then the sound of sighing echoes from behind me, making me suddenly jump in surprise.
Oh, hey guys. What's with the long face, Keisuke-san?
Keisuke takes a good look at us, his eyes immediately snapping to Shuichi's face. You know, I could ask the same about him. Please don't. Fine. Anyway, I'm having troubles dealing with my class and getting them to focus on the preparation for the festival.
I'm having that same problem myself. We just came from the school building talking about it.
The two sigh in tandem. I guess that's the one problem I can't say I'm having.
Well, duh, look at what class you're in. All of our responsible classmates are studying with you.
Not all of them. There's quite a few that stayed in 3B and 3C. Only the ones that either didn't fulfill the academic requirements or chose not to, which at this point amounts to 2 or 3 people.
You got lucky too, Rutherford. You got Aya-chan and Kyo-chan in the same class as you.
June and I both share a look that basically asks, do you want to tell her or should I?
Actually, our class hasn't even begun preparations for the festival yet.
Seriously? Man, you guys have a lot of courage to be postponing it that much.
Or they're just really stupid.
Yeah, I guess that does sound more likely. Talk about irresponsible.
To be honest, I'm not really comfortable with either, but no one seems to be in any hurry to get anything done.
Wasn't Ayaka-chan testing out recipes for a festival idea back in April already? She was, but after literally no one voted for her suggestion, she just pouted and stopped caring. Oh, wow, that's the sort of behavior you'd expect out of the class. That's not the sort of behavior you'd expect out of the class leader. I shrug. I've more or less accepted the fact that our class's display will be a disaster. You say that, but I have serious doubts that you're doing any work to help either. Hey!
He isn't.
What, June, don't just turn me in like that. Of course he isn't. If you thought for ever a second that he would be doing work, then you're just really naive. You guys are all awful. Sorry, but we're not the ones slacking off. I'm actually working my butt off to try to get my class to do something presentable. Yeah, elitist. But part of what I just said makes me an elitist. Rutherford, you don't get to call someone elitist just because they called you out on being lazy. Jeez, what is this, an inquisition?
If you don't want the heat to fall down on you, then don't try to act like you're innocent in this.
What happened to the meek, mild-mannered June that wouldn't just casually give me sass out of nowhere?
Don't listen to him, June-kun. Keep treating him like that. Maybe he'll learn.
Devil woman.
Better than a lazy bum. Maybe we should get going. There's no point in hanging around the school gate.
Why the hurry? It's not even 4 p.m. Dinner's not until a couple hours, at least.
I know that, but I'd rather be doing something other than hanging around by the gate.
Well, neither of us has class activities today, so we don't really need to hang around school until then. Perhaps, but we also don't have any other places to go. That's also a fair point.
Oh, how about we play some card games for an hour or so?
Pass.
What? Why not?
You're kidding, right? You always get mad when you start losing. Saya-san, you're kind of the definition of a sore loser.
You yelled at me last time we tried to play I Doubt It.
Forget yelling, you always punch my shoulder when you get upset in a game. Saya looks down at the floor, her cheeks suddenly slightly tinted red.
Well, I'm gonna get annoyed because of all the RNG.
That's an understatement.
Well, do any of you guys have any sort of brilliant suggestion then?
We could just go around town and window shop. We do that all the time already. Can't we pick something a little more involved? Sure, wanna paint my house? I said more involved, not slave labor.
Keisuke-san, I don't think you know what slave labor really is if you're comparing that to painting a house.
Oh, shut up. I was using a hyperbole. Of course, sure you were. How about we go bowling? It's been years since we did. That could work.
I've never played bowling before. Isn't it expensive?
Not all that much, but I can pay for your share.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. It's more fun with people. It's more fun with more people anyway. This does give us a chance to get in some nice competition going too.
For sure, we can have fun just trying to outdo one another. Yeah, you can also egg them on and so they get frustrated and lose.
Saya-san, that's kind of a scary thing to say.
I don't think you should do that.
Devil woman.
Stop calling me that!
Shuichi clears his throat, making an ahem sound to catch our attention. I think bowling sounds like a fun way to kill time before dinner. Is anyone against the idea?
I think it sounds really fun.
Agreed.
So long as I get to kick someone's butt in a game, I'm happy. And if you don't, you'll probably kick Rutherford's son in real life anyway. I like the sound of that.
I don't!